Well, here we are celebrating 50 years, Crete Carrier and Schaefer Trucking, of course, Hunt Transportation, here in Lincoln, Nebraska, under the big rededicated American flag out front in a gorgeous facility. And now we're going to talk about some gorgeous trucks and some pretty good-looking people, too, as a matter of fact. We have Deb Maloy with us here. And, Deb, you've been with Crete for about as long as I've been on the radio. Well, neither one of us will say how long that is.
Well, and good morning, Dave, and it's nice to meet you. Yes, I'm just shy of 42 years here at Crete Carrier. Started in 1974. There was an ad in the newspaper, so I answered that, needed a job. Had to pay off my 1969 Datsun 510 sedan. So Crete offered me a job. I came on board, loved it so much that I'm still here now.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we were taking a quick tour last evening when we came in, and Todd Sanning was showing us the area where you work upstairs. And everybody has a plaque with their name on it, and then under it has a plaque of how many years of service they have. And we were stunned at how many. We saw 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that sort of thing. But 30, 25, 40, wow, just an amazing group of people who have been here longer than anybody would think.
You know what, and that's what's so nice to say, Dave, is that it's not only our office staff and employees here, but it's our drivers, too, that have put in that number of years. And that's what we love when our drivers go out recruiting for others, and they can ask them, well, how, and get an idea what Crete's like. And when they find out their years of service, that does say a lot.
It does. It really does. Well, speaking of drivers, you know this guy sitting right next to you?
I certainly do, and have enjoyed dispatching him over the years and learning all about him. And I must say, Morris always entertains us.
Morris Sims. Good morning, Morris. You and I met years ago. We won't go again. Let's just say if we measure it in hair, people will get scared, so we won't even say that.
All right.
But it's good to see you. I saw you last time I saw you was on a little video from Saturday night.
Okay, well, you might have saw me a little upset there. It was a pleasure working for the company and the honor they did to me. Yes, I met you
a long time ago.
Almost 5 decades ago, we'll put it that way, to keep it straight. And no, I've been here with Crete for 34 years. They've been great to me, good equipment, family organized. They know about me and my family. They've kept me in good truck. They've kept me, Deb here kept me dispatched. Tonn over here has kept me in truck. He kept me straight and rolling. 2 years ago at Crete here, I've been here 34 years. They issued me a $4 million accident-free 88 mileage.
Wow, that's an incredible accomplishment.
It's a pleasure, honor to work for the company. They care about the people. And with them, my wife passed away, was an invalid. They got me through home to do it, to take care of it, home to the funeral. My granddaughters. My daughter grew up with Tonn and his son and daughter here. It's been a family. I laugh, I joke with the people here, but it's a trucking industry. Everybody has their job. I've had people ask me, how do you drive a truck? Worked for the company for so long. I told them, as a kid growing up in the cotton fields in South Alabama, sharecropper's son, they told me what to do. If I didn't do it, a razor strap straightened it out. Then I went in the service. First Sargent told me what to do or else. Then I got out of service and met a lovely lady, my sister, and my mom and dad. They went to church with them. I'd never met her. They introduced me, and I always told them I was going to whoop them for doing it. This is not only Crete's 50th anniversary, it's my 50th wedding anniversary. They did it. I told them my wife told me what to do. Then I went to work for Crete. They told me what to do, and I'd do it. Then along come two granddaughters that make sure that Crete and myself knows what to do. It stays straight. But no, Crete is a good company. They've been good to me. As I mentioned, my wife was an invalid. Their insurance, their benefits, they care about the people. They take care of their people here. I've worked for a lot of companies, but this is, as I told them on the Taj Mahal of the companies, to work way above.
Wow, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
There's no way that you could beat it. You know, as they used to say, the Taj Mahal is the greatest thing, but they're right there with them.
Well, speaking of Taj Mahals, you're driving a new tractor trailer. That's the Taj Mahal of Trucking 2, the special 50th anniversary truck. Now, there will be 5 of those altogether, but you were presented that first one this past Saturday night. And,
yes, I was.
Man, about 700 people there in the Pinnacle Arena, and they dropped that curtain on that truck. The place went wild, huh, Deb?
It did.
They did go wild, and I think Morris had a couple tears in his eyes, and I'll tell you, before that curtain dropped, there were about 7 of us at that morning for about 4 hours, wiping that tractor trailer down with glass cleaner and microfiber cloths, so it was shining to the hilt, and it looked great.
Well, it's out front right now here in the lot. We went out yesterday and took some pictures of it and everything, of course. Michael Burns took a panoramic shot and posted it up on our Facebooks and all of that. But when Tonn and Tim were with us in our first segment here, we kind of started off talking about how Crete got started in 1966, hauling the newly formed Alpo dog food and everything. And I said, we're going to bring this full circle, and this is a great story. You got a special load that you're fixing to leave out with today, I think, huh, Morris?
Yes, that's what they tell me after the interview here in your show. Take this lovely lady here and get her a rider's pass to where she can go with me to Alpo. They have something planned. I'm supposed to pick up a load of dog food to Alpo with the first load with this tractor and trailer and go down to your old home stomping ground. I don't know if you still live there or not, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, well, we're down in New Orleans, but you're close enough there, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that is incredible. That's history right there, isn't it, Deb?
It is history, and just for any companies to be in business for 50 years and to have just so close in proximity, and to be able just to have those good relationships continued all these years, a major customer for Crete, and then to go down there and yes, get a load. He's going to deliver on Wednesday, and we just want to make sure that tractor and trailer is out there covering 48 states so everybody can take a look at it. And Morris is even going to have his name on it, so he's quite proud of that.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, stay with me. We're going to take a real quick break. We want to talk a little bit more about your day-to-day, because you, from what I understand, have done, Deb, just about everything here. And
over the years, it seems like that's what longevity gets you.
And Morris, I'm sure you got some great stories about life on the road, so we'll be right back. We're here celebrating the 50th anniversary at Crete Carrier here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Dave Nemo with you. Rooster's back at the studio, and we'll turn it over to him. We'll be back. Well, it's about 14 minutes now till 9 o'clock Central Time here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And as we broadcast across North America, we are proudly celebrating, along with our good friends and sponsors here at Crete Carrier, 50 years. And as I was saying, I met a lady not too long ago, Deb Morris, who was 101 years old, and she's the only person that I've ever met that could say, well, she's seen two 50-year anniversaries, but most of us are only going to see this one. So this is really, as Justin Wilson would have said, an auspicious occasion. But you started driving back in 1959, Morris, when you were 17 years old.
Yes, sir.
And Deb, now you guys really you and Tonn have a long history together. You and Deb have a long history together.
Yes.
And I guess what's funny too is as we bring our spouses, for Morris, his wife Betty, or for my husband Pat, the relationships that they're not even aware of our, people that we work with, and we can go back that far and they've never even met them before. But that's also kind of when we have an event like we do where the spouses can join in and meet some of the people. But correct, started in when Crete hired me, it was actually for the accounting department. It just so happened I was sitting close to a door that led into the operations department, and as people would enter that operations department, I just felt there was a lot more going on in that operations department than there was in the accounting department. But accounting just does everything a lot more quieter. But to get in there and then get accepted to take on an area of dispatch, which was the Southeast, running from Tennessee all the way over to the Carolinas, down into Florida and over into Louisiana. And that's when my relationship as far as working daily and one-on-one with our drivers and customers. And over these years, even though I'm not in the operations department, I did 25 years there, currently work with the owner-operator division, but you still have drivers from that long ago still contact you throughout the year, and that's customers too. Customers that have long retired, but they still keep in touch with you, and that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and that shows you what kind of a relationship you had, even though you may not have even known you had it at the time. Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you made that point a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about, and boy, you brought up a name here, Magnavox.
Philips Magnavox.
Yeah. So you were hauling the TVs and stuff.
We was hauling TVs. We hauled back in the days Alpo, which has changed now. I think to Nestle's. We haul GE here. We haul Magnavox and Marymount out of Loudon, Tennessee. We did that at Mufflers and Shocks.
Mm-hmm.
We did it, which I probably wore out a few of them in my days of driving. U.S. while I was here. Yes, I started in late 1950s, in November of 1959, a young kid. No interstate highways, no GPSs, no air ride, no check brakes, no nothing. You didn't have a cell phone then. You picked up a map and you looked and you went. 1966, I did graduate up and get a CB radio.
Wow.
So it's been that long ago. Yes, it has been upgrading. I like to walk into a truck stop, get a new cap or in the terminal here and sit around and listen at them tell the tales about the good old days. The good old days is here. Anything in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s here, the 80s, well, 70s and in the 80s, the interstate started coming. They talk about congestion. We had just as much congestion as they did because every road went through trucks route went right through the middle of town.
Right through the middle of town, yeah.
We was through that. I remember just a short one from Chicago to St. Louis. 240 miles. Took 16 hours driving.
Wow.
Because you went through every town, a truck right through every town. You do that. New Orleans, I remember that. You used to pay toll. Whenever you crossed the Mississippi River, there was a toll. You had to pay to get west of the Mississippi, and whenever you went back east of the Mississippi, you had to pay another toll. Yes, they did. New Orleans, I remember all of that. The Pontchartrain, Lake Pontchartrain, the bridge, Causeway Bridge, all that. Yes, they was. Trucking has grown. Technology has grown. I'm a private pilot, and I did a fly-in down in Kansas City, Missouri. And I had a astronaut, General Joe Engel. And I was talking to him, and I was in a flight club with him. and he called me a damn fool. And I says, what's that? What do you mean? Because it made me mad. It hurt my feelings. He says, all the technology we have, you want to do everything on your truck manually. You want to fill the road. You want to do this. We went to the moon on computers, and we had nobody to walk outside and fix it if something happened to it. He said, and you have it here, and you want to do it manual with all that? I came back the following week and told Mr. Ackley, the owner of Crete here, if you have anything with technology on it, it's get modern and good. We went from the phones here, phone banks here at Crete with one phone. Everybody was on the same phone. A holiday, a Monday or Friday was 4 hours to get through to Deb here. A holiday, it was 8 hours. If somebody picked up the phone and said hello, if it wasn't the one you wanted, they hung up. If they didn't push the hold button, you was cut off, and you was another 2 to 4 hours. Yes, the Qualcomm is dated. All of the safety equipment we have out here on the trucks now, it's modern. It is life-saving for the people. A lot of people doesn't like it. A lot of people doesn't like being tracked by the government, but that there's life. Here, the people told me, I read in the Bible where it says, obey the law. The law of the land has a law. The company has a law here. You have to follow their rules, whether I like it or not. I have to follow them. I have to follow the government rules. If I get out here and I do something wrong, if I get caught for running a stop sign, a traffic light, or if I get a ticket, that's my deal. That's where I did it. The courts are out there to prosecute me for it. Here they keep us straight, and I have to say it's a lot easier here doing it with these people here than it is out here with the judge and attorney in front of you.
Well, you mentioned all of the technological advances, all of the new stuff. That does not in any way, shape, or form negate personal responsibility. You still have it, like you did back in 1959.
You still have to drive the truck. I made a statement in front of Tonn there. I call him Tonn there, Mr. Ostergaard. Tonn, I've driven 7.3 million miles.
Wow.
Without an accident. And the first person, can I walk up and hit him? And they said, no, walk up and shake your hand and say thanks. This has been overdue for 50 years. Because most of them say that they have it. It's something you work at. You drive down the road. You do not drive here. You drive a half a mile down the road. You're always looking forward. And in your rearview mirrors once in a while if you want to change lanes. But no, you have to do it now. Safety is a deal. Crete is a deal. They have little technology now called cell phones.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
They also take pictures. One, I've seen things go. One cutting a person off, one hitting the brakes. Yes, the people drive around, they see you, they cut you off, they hit the brakes, and yes, you want to reach up and slap the living hell out of them. But no, you can't do it. One click of that cell phone, 10 seconds later, she knows about it.
Picture's worth 1,000 words. Yeah.
And I'm hunting a job.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody out there that wants that picture, and I'm going to make money off of it.
Yeah.
And you're out of a job. You have to do it safely, whether you like it or not. If you don't do it safely, there's no need of being out there. A lot of people, I told them Saturday night, when they presented the keys and unwrapped the here, and I got all blubbery and tears in my eyes. And the people here in the office had never been inside of a truck, never saw inside of a truck. They said, oh, you have 2 bunks. You've been inside of them. I know at the truck it shows. Oh, you know all about it. You know about all the technology we have. The on-guard system, the anti-roll, the anti-rear end, everything that we know about. Not only do what I'm doing there with the technology now, they know about it here. A few decades ago, I was at a truck stop. It was in a song in a cornfield in Highway 66 in Illinois, billboard on the side of the road. They used to have pinball machines in there. We used to have clocks inside of our truck on the dash. There's 8-day clocks. You're talking about technology. They'd unlock the clock. They'd wind it up. They'd put a graph in it. 8 days later, they'd come out, take the graph out, rewind the clock, and put it back in. It kept track of what we was doing. But while we was listening to Dave Nemo on his all-night radio show, we'd take and play pinball machines. Well, if the truck wasn't moving, the graph didn't move. We would pull the truck's bumper to bumper. We'd put a 2x4 between the bumpers. If it was sitting there idling, the graph wouldn't move. We'd pull the two trucks together, put the 2x4 against the bumpers, pull the steel bumpers together, and leave the truck idling. We'd go play the pinball machines. The chart was working because the 2x4. Don't tell safety about this. Okay, don't tell Ray Coleman about that.
No, this is.
But that's what we used to do. This is some of the things. But now the technology, the air conditioner, the air ride, the safety features. I know everybody thinks the government is down their throat, breathing down it. I don't want the company to know about it. They know about it.
Yeah. That's fascinating. I didn't know that. I learned a couple of things here this morning that I didn't know. So thank you for that. Morris, congratulations, not just on the truck and everything. That's awesome. But you're certainly not just part of Crete here, but you're part of trucking history, man. You really are. And it's an honor to see you again. And Deb, it's an honor to meet you, too. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
You're very welcome, which is different from day to day.
That's what makes it exciting. We're going to be back to talk with some more folks here at Crete, of course, celebrating 50 years, a once-in-a-lifetime event for most of us here, except that one lady that I met at 101